Today, let's talk about modifications. What a modification does, it reduces your interest payment and creates a situation where your monthly loan payment is in line with what you want to pay. Quite often, people go to someone to help facilitate the modification, and they just simply go to the bank and ask the bank what they're willing to do. This is not effective because if the bank comes back to you and says, here's what our modification terms are, and you cannot comply with it, that makes no sense. You have to establish what the terms of the modification will be that work for you. What's the loan payment that's going to work? What is the principal reduction you may need to make sense to you? It makes no sense not to indicate to the bank what works for you. If you get a proposal from the bank that indicates to you a certain amount that you can't afford and can't pay, that makes no sense. Now, the second thing that we could be doing is a principal reduction, where the bank actually removes the money you owe. Oftentimes, this is being done on second trust deeds, and especially in today's marketplace. In today's marketplace, the banks are forgiving this debt. Very important that on a modification, not only hear what the bank has to say, but note to the bank what works for you. Another thing with the modifications are that people get temporary modifications. People don't realize that it might be a few months that the contract only applies to, or 18 months. You have to be clear about this and make sure that modification is permanent. If you have any questions, we can always put you in touch with the right people to make sure that you're being dealt with fairly and honestly. And you can always call our offices. We'll be happy to look over anything and give you the advice you need and how to protect yourself and getting a modification done the right way.